It seems like we are going live, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be the very first semi-final of the World Cup. We have come a long way. 2 days of group stages, 8 matches, no tiebreakers. But this is it, guys. We have 3 matches remaining on today's stream. And we're starting with semi-final 1. Otak, Pack, Mime, and Granadi going head-to-head to determine who is gonna get into that grand final spot and have a shot at lifting the trophy by the end of the day. We're gonna start on Slalom. And if I had to make a guess here, this might have been a map choice by either Pack or Mime. And we have 5 seconds remaining. Here we go then. The very first round of the semi-finals. Ladies and gentlemen, going off, following a Pack for the first bit here. We have someone already falling behind. Otak taking the lead right now. It is Granadi who is not with a good start. It is, however, Otak doing a very fantastic job at accumulating a little bit of an advantage throughout the first couple turns here. Mime, Granadi, and Pack are all close by here. Ladies and gentlemen, the level is so high already, and we only have round 1 underway right now. Granadi losing a little bit in that uphill section, the slalom. That is what this map is about. It has 4 different slalom areas. Mime losing quite a bit of momentum going on to the freewheel block, but the identity is the most critical part of this map. And we see that Pack has it very good, but then collides with the flag post. And it is going to be Otak in first place, or is it going to be Mime with more speed? No, we will have Otak getting the first 10 points. We have Mime in second. Pack made that blunder after he was quite far ahead in first place. However, Granadi also making a mistake, finds himself in last position. Going into round number 2 here. Otak showing that he is ready. He might not look ready when you look in the corner where his picture is, but this round he makes a mistake early on. 1.5 seconds behind. It's very laggy right now in the server, as we have three players, Pack, Mime, and Granadi, all within 100 of a second between one another. Mime with a great zigzag on the dirt part, but then we have seen Pack with good momentum going up this hill, and there he goes again. The Brit is charging forward, but Mime with a slightly different approach going into the grass, and we have a 3-way battle going into the identity section. Mime takes the lead, goes very close around the corner. It is Pack who is trying his best to get closer. It is actually Pack going very much on the outside. Manages to avoid the lantern and also the top of the finish. Mime has to concede to second position here. What a brilliant ending by Pack. The downhill section, he got so much exit speed with his small steering movements. And now into round 3 we go. Granadi is already finding himself quite far behind right now. Needs to make up for it, perhaps in this round, as he is now in the battle. Would love to have a 10-pointer here. No mistakes as of yet, but we have seen some blunders happening in this sector of the track. We have the double chicanes coming up on the dirt. Everyone clears it very nicely. Pack with that great uphill speed here is once again in first place. Mime is slowly behind him. Different approaches on the grass. Mime going out wide to get more exit speed for the freewheel section is actually closing the gap completely. We are next to one another. Pack and Mime going so close to the checkpoint, and it's looking like Mime has it. Ladies and gentlemen, Pack hit the pillar a little bit on the inside, and that is a 10 points added to Mime's scoreboard. Granadi getting second is very nice for him, but Mime with the 10 is now in first place. We're going to have one more round to go. On Slalom, the very first map. Let's see if Mime is able to get another 10 points. Otak, we saw this in round 1 where he took an early advantage. But it is already slowly diminishing here as Mime and Pack are closing in on him. Going into that middle sector. This is an important part of the track. We have seen Pack extend his lead bit by bit in every single round. And look at him go there. Already finding himself more hundreds than the other players. 1/10 now. You would think that this is going to be an easy round for Pack here, but Mime has this different approach on the grass. Is closing the gap towards Pack, going into the identity. Once again, next to one another. Mime with a very inside line. Who is it going to be? Pack seems to have a little bit more speed, but Mime with more exit speed is actually getting the 10 points. And what a performance by Mime on the very first map here. Otak also getting second place here, right in front of Pack. So Pack not with the greatest ending in that round, but Mime now 10 points ahead of the rest of the field. Moving on to second track. We go into Red Landing. Red Landing is the map choice from Grenady, I think. Grenady really liked Red Landing. So I am expecting a lot from Grenady. He is sitting with 16 points. Currently in last position. So he needs to make up for this one. He needs to get a hefty amount of top 2s in order to get back up here. We have an extra long warm-up for some reason. 1.5 minutes. I'm not sure if we are going to watch the warm-up completely here. A different strategy from Otak. Did you guys see that? He doesn't even go for a drift at all. He is basically just no-sliding around that sausage turn on the outside. But it seems like we are going to have a full warm-up here. 1.5 minutes for the players to get ready. No, we are actually going live right now on Red Landing. This is the second track. We have Mime with 32 points. Otak and Pack both sitting on 22. And Grenady with 16. What a phenomenal start for Mime. A not so great start here for Pack, who launches himself off the start block. 1.5 seconds behind right now. Most likely unable to catch up, but we have a three-way battle between Mime, Otak, and Grenady. As you can see, Otak is going for that release strategy. It's not paying off this time around as Mime extends his lead ever so slightly. He is in the mood, he is focused, he is calm, and he is collected. And we are witnessing a player that is hungry for a victory right here, ladies and gentlemen. Mime leading the race, 2/10 ahead of the opponents. But the identity on this track, the Red Landing, we have seen a lot of people stumble. Grenady with a nice early smooth landing, and it is Mime who gets an unfortunate landing. That's what I'm talking about. Otak in first place. Otak or Grenady, who is it gonna be? It is looking like Otak is gonna get the 10 points, and Mime, even after that blunder, or should I say unfortunate mistake there. Oh, and that is a DNF community member. Hopefully Mime is not gonna be upgraded to a VIP Opal Diamond member like Gwen, and rather just stays as a novice DNF community member. Going into round number 2 right now. The gap is now closed because Otak is now sitting on 32 points himself. Grenady not with a good start at all. Has to somehow get back in business as he goes on 2 wheels around the corner. Closes in on Otak. And here we have that different line here. Goes for that no-slide strategy. Will get more exit speed by the looks of it. Moves out to 3rd place. Can he move up even further? It is Mime and Pack in 1st and 2nd. Then Otak loses that position once again. Let's go on board with Mime. Going into the first bobsleigh section. Right behind him is Pack. Is Mime able to land properly on the red booster? Goes for an early release. Will have a flat landing and now gets the checkpoint. Do we have any mistakes behind? It is looking like Mime has the best landing for the ending. Pack is closing in on him, but it is gonna stay the same. Mime here getting another 10 points. Pack in second, Grenadi in third, and Otak gets last. Mime now in that comfortable lead again. 7 points ahead of second place. And we haven't really seen much from Grenadi in this match at all. Red landing, supposedly Grenadi's best map. But right now, against these three opponents, he has not been able to showcase everything that he has. However, in first place now is driving like a Canyon player. Going on two wheels again. We have Mime lurking right behind him, and it's not lurking right behind him anymore. It is now Mime taking over first position. He is really into the groove of things. I don't know what kind of breakfast he had, but could be a breakfast of champions. Bobsleigh section with 4 players. Mime still leading it here, going into the identity. It is always critical to wait. And did Otak miss? Otak missed the checkpoint. We have a 3-way battle. Mime will not get a lot of red booster here. And that could mean that Grenadi and Pack are going to catch up. But it is not enough, ladies and gentlemen. Mime again with a 10 points. Grenadi gets 6 points here. But Mime is ruling this semi-final right now. 52 points ahead. We got to remember, we're playing until 140 points. It is 20 points more than the group stage matches. So Mime losing some speed in the first couple turns here. He is able to catch up in this water section. Is Otak able to clear that corner? Yes, he is. But it opens up the door for Grenadi and Mime to catch up to him and even overtake him. It is Pack not having a great momentum going into red landing as he finds himself in last place. He has about 2/10 of a disadvantage right now, but we have seen the ending. We have seen what kind of upsets we can, the players can do in this last couple of jumps. Grenadi now in the lead. This is something we haven't seen yet. What we have seen is 4 players entering this identity all together. Mime with the worst start to the identity, but let's have a look here. Who is it gonna be? Everyone is getting the boosters. Everyone is risking it for the biscuits, and this is the first round, which is gonna be extremely close. Otak losing a lot of momentum, and Mime again with the insane speed moves up to first place. Another 10 points added to Mime. He is absolutely taking this semi-final into his own hands. And he is loving every single bit of this. Map number 3 coming up now. We do have Mime laughing and drinking some water. I have another feed open where I can see his reaction a little bit. But he is smiling it away. So he is having fun. That is great to see. And we are going into map 3, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be forced climbing, which has been a very great map for Mime. He has also improved his online record earlier today in his warm-up. So let's see what Mime is capable of accomplishing on this map right now. We do have Grenadi, the only player doing that outside line on that little grass section there. I will definitely put some focus on it, some emphasis, and show you guys if it's actually worth it or if it's just what is more comfortable for the players. Let's see if anyone is doing this riskier end or the different approach in the end. We cannot really see it right now. It is over and out as we are going into map 3 here. Mime sitting on 62 points. That is absolutely insane. He is 18 points ahead of second place, which is Otak with 44. Then we have Pack in third with 40 and Granadi in last with 35 points. Mime taking the lead in this very first round on forced climbing. Granadi with a different approach going on to the magnet, and it is Otak going to the moon here, collecting some stars as he yeets himself from the checkpoint. We now have Mime in first place though. Granadi also clipping his wheel, and it is a 1v1 battle now between Mime and Pack. We have seen some mistakes happen in his identity. It is a bit bumpy. It is gonna be whoever risks the most here, and it is going to be Mime with the clear victory here, unless he's making a mistake in the last bit. But he is so cool and collected. Does drive a pretty scary time though. 1 minute 666. Hopefully this is not gonna ruin his next couple rounds here. But look at the performance that Mime is delivering. 72 points already awarded to his name. And that means that he is now halfway done with the point limit, guys. We are playing for 140 points. And Mime is on his way to victory here. Once again in first place, and look who is in a third. It is Pack. We have an early mistake by Granadi as well, but it is once again the Mimer show, ladies and gentlemen. He is 2/10 ahead of Otak, who is trying his hardest to catch up, but they are unable to do this. Let's go on board with Mime in this identity section. Knows that he is quite far ahead, and he gets it very nicely done. Goes for the new line. So Mime has done some practice. Mime has done some homework. And as you can see, there it is again. A 10-pointer for Mime. 72 points. Moving up to 82 points right now. And I think I did check if Mime did some better times. And he did on forest climbing. So I'm going to assume that he improved his PB with this new line. So very interesting to see here. We are now in round number 3. Is he gonna go for the clean sweep on forest climbing? One of his best maps. It is right now Pack who is challenging him, but Mime has just so much more exit speed in this grass section going up the magnet. It is still Mime leading the race. Maybe we can have a different overview here. We have Granadi with a different line there through the trees. Is he capable of catching up a little bit? Yeah, he is catching up to Pack. Even challenging Pack for that second position. But he is unable to catch up all the way to Mime, who had a fantastic start to this round. Stay on board with Mime for the identity once again. There he goes. Hop, skip, over. Now to the right. Avoiding the trees here, and it is just a masterclass by the Polish Bull, ladies and gentlemen. Another insane time. That is a PB best. 1 minute 05. Can you believe it? Oh my. What a performance by Mime. This is absolutely insane what we are witnessing right now. Almost double the points of the rest of the field. They are just wishing that Mime is finishing rather quick here. And then they will have a battle for that second place. Final round coming up here. Is Mime gonna go for the clean sweep on forest climbing? It is looking like he is challenging Pack for first place, who is losing quite a bit of momentum. It is Mime going into first. But Otak lurking in the shadows might have a say in this. But Otak not able to get anywhere close to Mime's pace. He is battling Pack for that second position. Go on board with Mime once again for the last bit here. Beautiful identity again. And what is this time gonna be? Goes up the forest. Avoids all the trees. Man, oh man. That is just absolutely insane. It is Mime again with a 10 points. Moving up to 102 points. Pack with 62. I have no idea what I'm witnessing right now. It is an absolute domination. We are seeing something we have only seen from Carl Jr. And if Mime is able to close this out and meet Carl Jr. in the grand final, we are in for a treat. We are in for a battle. Next map, though, is gonna be Poolside, ladies and gentlemen. Mime, 102 points. Pack, 62. Otak, 57. And Granadi, 52 points. It is hard to say if the remaining 3 players are driving bad, but I don't think that's the case, guys. I think the case here is just Mime is one step ahead. And all of them are playing really clean, really fast. But Mime is on another level today. And therefore, he is now sitting at 102 points. If he goes for another clean sweep here, he will reach finalist mode already. Couple different approaches here. So you can opt for an inside line, which means that, well, you just have a more tighter approach. The players that go for an outside approach will meet up halfway through the next turn again. So it is kind of the similar lines there, or similar exit speed, but slightly different line. We do have Mime making a mistake now. That is going to be one of the first blunders that we see from Mime. He is not far behind at all. But let's focus on the top 2 here. It is Otak with a brilliant pace right now in first place. Pack a little bit shaky entering the dirt section. Realizes that Granadi is rather close. We have only Mime going for the no-slide strategy here. Is unable to catch up anything. It is Otak who hits the checkpoint ever so slightly, and this opens up the door for Pack to catch up. It is going to be a battle all the way till the finish line. Who has more exit speed? It is going to be Otak, who stays calm and collected, gets himself 10 juicy points. And it is Mime who is now pulling the shortest string, only getting 3 points. But if you are in Mime's position, you should not be worrying at all. You can have a couple bad rounds because you are 40 points ahead of everyone else. Going into round number 2 here. Let's have a look at Granadi. So Granadi opts for that wide line, and then he meets the other players again right here in the next turn. So it is the same exit speed, but just whatever the players are comfortable with. And Granadi is not so comfortable in today's match. It is also Mime making a secondary blunder here. That is 2 rounds in a row now where he has made a mistake. So Poolside, not one of his favorite maps here. Otak, however, in first, Pack in second. And these 2 guys are battling it out for that second place right now. Because Pack at 68, Otak at 67. Great entry from Pack, but look at this, guys. They are next to one another going into the identity. It is Pack with a poor approach through the triangle, and Otak in first place. We have seen some blunders happening on this identity, and it is actually Pack who completely misses the checkpoint. This has been a great thing, and Mime has been awarded a second place after making huge mistakes. It is also Pack joining the novice DNF community. So whenever they DNF again, they will be upgraded to the next stage of the DNF community. But we have already gotten them 2 DNFs right now. Mime is sitting at 111 points. Luckily for him, he got second in that previous round after making mistakes. And again, he's finding himself in the back of the field here, in last position. So Poolside is really not a good map for Mime. Right now, Granadi looking to get 10 points here. And he is in desperate need of these 10 points. Pack and Mime trying to catch up, but the gap is staying the same. However, we still have that water identity to go. As Otak takes the lead, we have Mime going for that no-slide approach. He's the only one who's doing it. Is it paying off for him? He is getting a little bit closer to Granadi, but it is not going to be enough. We have Pack with a huge mistake, hitting the triangle checkpoint. It is Mime actually risking it for the biscuit. Goes on late on the brakes. Otak goes a little bit too wide. I think Mime will have a bit more exit speed. No, it is Otak who once again steals the show here. Gets 10 points. It is Pack in third after that mistake. Mime getting second again. That is very good for Mime, who is now 23 points away from reaching finalist mode. Otak is slowly stepping away from Pack here with 87 points, and Pack 15 points behind already. Not a great position for Pack, but this round is a great position for Mime as he finds himself in first place, but the Brit is right in front of him, challenging him for these 10 points. Going into the dirt section, we did see Mime make a couple mistakes earlier on, and he does it again. He makes actually double mistake, and he is lucky that Granadi is also having a poor round right now. So Mime will stay in that third position. It is looking good for Pack here with a nice 2/10 of an advantage, but Otak has a very good identity. Going in, Pack a little bit more careful now going into that triangle checkpoint. It is Otak who is going for the full risk, and it is Pack who slides out again. Is this an opportunity for Mime to get back? No, it is not, but this is beautiful for Otak, who now extends his lead by 4 points again compared to Pack. Otak doing a great job right now of trying to secure that second position. But we do have Mime 121 points, and he could end it here, guys. Will we see Mime, the Polish bull, close out this match on New School? Here we go. $121 points for Mime, 97 for Otak. Pack with 78 points and Granadi with 66. So Granadi is definitely being outclassed right now. But a similar thing can be said about Pack. This is unusual for Pack to be dominated like this. And he finds himself almost 20 points behind second place. So he has a lot of catching up to do. But we are now in New School. And the greatest thing happened yesterday, where Mime did a 360 for the fans in the ending and won a round. So will we see that again? I'm not sure. Pack and Otak with a great start right now. Mime in third position, quite far behind. Mime always had some slower pace on the first 30 seconds of this track, but his ending is very, very strong. As we see Pack slowing down quite a bit here. Otak takes over that second place, or that first place, excuse me. And Otak would love to get this first position again. That would mean that he extends that gap that he has over Pack by 4 points. Pack not giving up though. Will we see players slide out here? It is looking like Otak has a little bit of a wonky exit, as it is Pack who sets up the ice slide much nicer, goes for the inside line. Will he have it? He does do so. 10 points added to Pack with a phenomenal end. We have to admit that. It is Otak in second, who almost lost second place as well to Mime, who had a brilliant ice slide. But it is now Otak also crossing the 3-point barrier, or the 3-digit barrier here. 103 points. We can still have Mime get finalist here. He is 15 points away from that finalist status. But once again, not with the best start. As you can see, Pack takes that early lead, but good dirt bounces for Mime here. Is now challenging that first position. Can he finally get a good plastic turn here? It is looking pretty good for Mime, but everyone is within 300ths of a second. It is extremely hard to call what is going to happen. We will have Pack with a little bit more exit speed going on to the grass reactor section. Granati losing quite some pace right now. It is also Otak losing some momentum, but the ending can decide quite a bit here. Mime will be the first person to touch the ice there, or is it going to be Pack who has a better entry? Goes deep into it. Going with the POV here, it is Mime who finds himself in third place, sets up for an early ice slide, goes very tight. Can he turn around quick enough? He hits the finish block, and it is actually Pack who gets the second 10-pointer on the map here. But what a race there, all the way to the end. Mime setting up early for that ice slide, was unable to turn around his car. And it is Pack who is getting himself another 10 points, and he was 20 points behind Otak, and that gap right now is only 10 points. Pack, however, huge mistake. And if Otak manages to get the 10 points here, that would put all the hard work from Pack into the bin here. As we see a wide approach here from Granati. He has taken some notes from Mudda. Moves up to first place. Mime struggling a little bit. I think the best case scenario for Mime is to wait for some blunders by these other players. And Granati is actually not having the most optimal lines. Going into the grass reactor, it is Mime pushing it to the limit. He gets a very nice nosedive there, but it is one player remaining in front of him, and that is Otak. Otak has done some amazing lines in the end, but can Mime challenge him right now? As we are ice sliding, we are slip and sliding away. Mime will set up for that early entry again, and it is Otak who slides out. Granati will even take profit of that and get second place. So this is a very, very lucky for Pack, I would say, that Otak made this mistake, as we now have Mime with 1 point away from getting himself into that finalist status. He just needs to finish here, but like I have mentioned quite a few times now on the stream, just because he needs 1 point doesn't mean that he doesn't want to get the 10 points, because that means that he steals away 9 valuable points from the other players. However, it seems like Mime is going for the last position here, as he is in fourth after an early mistake. And this leaves the door open for Otak or Pack to get those 10 juicy points, as they are in a 1v1 battle. Granati not too far behind either. 2 tenths is nothing, and we have seen Otak make a mistake in that identity section, or well, the ice slide rather. Pack just holding on to his dear life now. 300ths of a second, enters the ice very quick. But it is Otak with a better entrance for this last turn. Can he keep it together though? It is Pack with a very inside line, and Otak turning around very late. And it is Granati who takes that second position away. And it is going to be Mime reaching finalist mode right now. We are done with New School though, going into the next track. Is Mime able to keep himself calm and collected? We go back to Slalom. And we did see a great performance by Mime, but we cannot say that it's going to be guaranteed win here, as we also saw Pack great pace throughout the map. Otak fantastic also. This is going to be a brawl, ladies and gentlemen. Mime, however, has a couple finalist rounds for himself before the other players catch up. 117 points for Otak, 111 for Pack, and Granati with 84 points. We would need to see a masterclass from Granati if he wants to have a say in this battle. So far, it is Pack leading the pace here. Going into the middle sector, it is all players within 500s of each other. And it is Mime who is out for this round. So that means no closure for Mime yet. It is also Pack doing a very wonky line here. We had Granati making mistakes. It is only Otak who survived this round. But there's still the identity, which can cause a lot of troubles. But it's looking like Otak will secure himself 10 points here after a very, very wonky round. 104-10 as well by Otak. That is a good time. Here we go. So another free round for Mime. His first one went down the toilet. What about the second attempt? We have Granati once again with a bad start here. Otak with a fantastic one. And it is Mime again choking. Ladies and gentlemen, this might be the nerves kicking in. He needs to calm himself down, take a sip of that water, and relax. Otak, Pack, and Granati are the only people who are able to collect points here. And it is looking like Pack is on his way for a 10-pointer. Otak is close by though, as we are approaching the ice slalom. Everyone gets it. Pack also with good lineup for the downhill. This should be a 10-pointer for Pack. Otak will finish in second. And that also puts Otak in a position where he can himself get to finalist status if he wins the next round. Mime going for his third attempt. They say third time is the charm. Can it be Mime's charm today? Otak again. Otak is doing something different to the other players and is always ahead. But then going onto the grass, we see Pack in good form. Mime has not made a blunder yet. He is right in the battle there, together with Pack and Otak. But Mime hasn't done the identity yet on this track. And right now it is so close. It is hard to call. It is all going to be decided in the ending of this track. It is Mime going out wide here, gathering a little bit more speed, going onto the free wheel section. It is Pack leading the way. Otak in second. Mime with that very inside line. It is Pack sliding out. Can Otak hold that first place, or is it going to be Mime with more speed? No, it is Mime actually touching the inside as well. Pack is even getting second. And this is what I was talking about. Otak needs to get 10 points here if he wants to get finalist himself. And that 40-point advantage that Mime had, where is it? It is completely gone. Round number 4 now, with a double finalist situation. Otak and Mime in finalist. Pack, if he gets first place here, will turn also finalist. It is Otak with a good start. Goes a little bit out wide, loses quite a bit of speed doing that. It is Granati who is now having a say in this. People almost forgot about him, but he is still in there, challenging first position. Pack really wants to get 10 points here. It is Granati losing out on this uphill slalom. It is Mime also flying like an airplane. And we are going once again into the identity. It is Otak who clips his wheel a little bit. It is an opportunity for Mime to move up to second place. Is Pack able to clear the identity here? Oh, it is Mime with a superb line, but goes out wide. And it is looking like Otak is also crashing. It is Pack crashing. And it is Granati winning the 10 points. What a blunder from Pack here. And we are going into the next track. Wow. We will go to Red Landing, which is Granadi's favorite track. He has done the best performance throughout the group stage on this one. Is Granadi gonna do the unthinkable here and go for the quad finish to put himself up to finalists as well? Pack needs to get top 3 in this round to be finalist himself. But of course, we cannot forget about Mime here. This is going to be his 5th finalist round. It is looking good for Mime right now. A little bit of oversliding there means that he loses out quite a bit of speed. It is Pack leading the race. Very hungry to deny these players the win. Granadi in second, but it is a quick work by Mime there to put himself right behind Pack. Going around the water pool here. It is Mime dipping his wheels in the water a little bit. Same thing with Granadi. It is Pack, however, still in first place, but we have seen so many mistakes happening in this last bit of track, as we have Mime going for a huge risky line, going into the identity now. Who is gonna get good landings? It's not gonna be Mime. Did Pack survive? Pack didn't survive either. It is Granadi in first place, or is it gonna be Otak? It is Otak with a low speed, and Otak puts himself into the grand final. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Otak closing out his finalist attempt right in front of Granadi. And the young French finds himself in the grand final. It is now Pack and Mime, both finalists. Granadi, 111 points. As we are on our way, it is the double finalist situation right now. Pack and Mime, first and second. Pack looking to take this one home, and Mime needs to pull it together now. Has to go and opt for some more risky approaches, as it is Granadi who falls behind. Granadi unable to battle. It is going to be this last round, ladies and gentlemen. If Pack manages to get the identity, he will be winning here and putting himself into the grand final. It is Mime who is 0.3 behind, but the identity can cause a lot of troubles. As we are jumping on the first one, it's looking like Pack has it very nicely, but Pack clips! Pack makes a mistake, and Mime will put himself in the grand final. Ladies and gentlemen, Mime is in the grand final together with Otak. And you hate to see it for Pack. He did have it, but clips his wheel on the outside. And who would have thought that Otak and Mime were gonna be the victorious players? It is gonna be Mime winning it here. He is happy. He is happy. After a 40-point advantage, you can see Mime cannot believe his own eyes. But there you have it. It is going to be Otak and Mime in the grand finals.